Father Jay Messenger, who's been in the business for 36 years, has been writing articles for many, many years and speaking at many events around the world, and sort of, I guess that was the predecessor to blogging. He writes. My brother Adam Messenger, who I don't know if any of you have seen his blogs or followed him, but he's just joined our business this summer. He's been contributing to it. We all work under the same blog. We have different LinkedIn accounts, but one Twitter account. And we don't have a specific policy. We're a company of 7 people, and haven't really put any sort of formal policy in place. But I would say that I think it's probably very important to think about what you want the outcome of the message to be. Think about how it's going to be perceived as an extension of the company that you work for. We definitely read each other's work and think about it before posting it. Try not to just post things. Try not to do anything too quickly. I mean, any message that goes out from our company, and several of us do it, is the face of our company, and people around the world are going to see it. They're going to see it at all hours of the day, different times for wherever they are, and it's going to stay there. It doesn't go away. I mean, I guess you could take a blog post down, but people that search online for the topic you're speaking about, or who you are, or where your company, are going to find it. So the idea of different accounts or different people doing it, I think, is important to think about in sort of a holistic view of what's the message and view of the company that you're speaking on behalf of.
Nice. Paul, what are some tips to establishing a brand or building on a brand, or things like that Jay was just talking about?
Right. Well, to kind of tie those two things together, companies don't really sell things; people sell things. And a company adds credibility. I mean, they may back up. People may feel more comfortable buying something from a company that they know, but the sale is ultimately made by a human being. So I think making those personal connections online is really, really important. And so I would advise people to blog or to write as themselves rather than as a corporate entity. I think it's much more personal that way. I think it makes the connection more personal, more warm. And this industry is built on those personal relationships. And if you don't have time to do that, you can hire a ghostwriter who can basically represent your company well. And they run the drafts by you. You put them online. You make sure that the content is the quality that you want. You still have total control over it, and you still have, if you find the right person, you can find somebody who can match your voice or who can do something that represents you really well. And, make sure that gets done once a week or however often you need to do that. So I'd recommend, that you set a policy in place and then either do it yourself or get somebody to do it.
What do you think about sort of ways to process the feedback? How do you know if things are working?
Okay.
And that's something I think we can just go up and down and talk about real quick. Let's start.
Cool. I use Google Analytics, which is a great tool for analyzing your blog. It's free, which is one of the best things about it. It has a lot of really powerful tools. You can tell how many people have visited your site, how long they spent, which articles they visited, which ones they came in on, and which ones they left on, and where they came from. So it's a lot of really great information for free. And as far as processing, it sounds like you did a really good job of TweetDeck. So anyway, we'll pass that along.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. I mean, from my perspective, I do watch for my daily posts. I can see who comes into the links, and in Twitter, which has 140 characters, I go take the link from my website from the listing, and I don't even know what the website is, bit.something. I mean, if you go on Google and search for shortening Twitter links, it'll come up, but I can go see how many people have clicked on it, so that's one way to track those. I really track it. We use Google Analytics in our office for our website and blog also, so I can see that, but I track it by the phone calls I get, honestly, and who I talk to during the day that tell me they read something. Some of my favorite calls are when clients call and tell me or even prospective clients have called me on Saturdays when they tell me they're in their office and they happen to go to the website and read everything and love it. And it makes a difference to them to get to know us. who we are. So that's how I try.
Okay.